Peace, everyone. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Nubian, and for those of you who are returning, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another beautiful ass, magical ass moment in time. I want to chime in and just give y'all a surprise visit. I've been trying to upload some incoming interesting downloads, but for some reason my nice little videos just like to spin and spin and spin like a washer machine. So I figure I would come in, like a dryer, and clear some things up here with this frequency and let y'all know, man, I don't know if any of y'all are paying attention, but how do I say this? Does anybody else see that? How do I say this? It's like the babies are just, it's like you're just offering your babies up into the killing fields. Like every single disaster movie that y'all have ever seen in your whole entire life, y'all have always seen the children get on the bus. And that's the last time they seen their parents. Does anybody else see this? I mean, I don't know about y'all, but the schools, their walls are cement like concentration camps. And then the windows, they're double-sided windows. And in the middle of the windows is like these bars. And then on most of the schools, they have signs posted outside that said, you can't pick your child up after 2 p.m. Now, I don't know about y'all, but I love my child. Ain't nobody gonna tell me when and when not to pick my child up. So I'm just curious, what exactly is it that y'all agreeing to? What part of the game is this? Y'all don't love y'all babies? I love my baby. Did y'all read the terms and the conditions to those contracts and those public fool systems? Did y'all even read it, or you just said, I have no choice, it's what I have to do, I'm just gonna sign it anyway? Do you know what you signed? Did you even read it? Oh my gosh. I think you need to go back, get a copy of what it is that you signed, because you should always ask for copies of what it is you signed anyways. And go back and look what it is that you put your John Doe on. For real. Just go back. I think it's important here that you do that. Because I don't know about anybody else, but the obvious is very obvious right now. And sometimes plan A don't always go quite the way we want plan A to go, so we have to go with plan B. But my question to y'all is, isn't this your bloodline? Aren't these your babies? And why are you just sending them into the killing field? What type of contracts are you contracting with these governmental systems on behalf of your bloodline, on behalf of your baby? If anything happens right now and the whistle's blown, if you're in one of these parts of the world where something happens and we go to WAR, what will you do? What is your plan if you get separated from your child? If all the power turns off right now, do your baby know how to get to you? Do they know what plan A is? Because they may not get a plan B. What did you sign your babies up for? Oh my God, I'm frustrated. I couldn't do it. I have 3. Everybody thought I was crazy for wanting to homeschool all 3 of mine my whole life. And then I finally get to the 3rd one. And every mommy wants to give the baby what it is that they want to. But then when I'm a contract expert. And when I read these contracts, And I have to sit there with my child and discuss it. And this is not something that we are willing to tie ourselves into when it comes to someone else's bodily system, someone else's governmental structure. The Bible says, he who the Son sets free is free indeed. What are you afraid of? Why are you afraid of monetizing your own talent, your own gift, who it is that God has created you to be? You have to work a little harder, or a lot harder, but to whom much is given, much is required, and with great power comes great responsibility. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world, and you don't even know who that is, because you have no knowledge of self, because you fear their God more than the God who holds the keys to the bottomless pit. I question all of you out there who claim that you are frontliners for the kingdom. But at the same time, you're the same ones that are so afraid of death. The Bible says to be absent with the body is to be present with my Father. But so many of y'all can't even face God right now because you're running down to get the jab because you're afraid to die. Really? What happened to breaking generational curses? What happened to knowing that God has our back? We serve the same God that parted the Red Sea when the children of Israel had to cross over when they were up against the Pharaoh. We serve the same God that brought our forefathers out of the lands of Egypt. We are the great-great-grand descendants of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Is there anybody out there under the sound of my voice who knows that God is real and is not afraid of these governmental systems and will not bow down to their governmental systems and will behold only the voice of God Almighty, even unto my very death? If God is before me, who can be against me? What should I fear? What can mortal man do to me, my family and my bloodline? My life belongs to God. I belong to God. What should I fear? So many people have made guns their God. What you gonna do when you run out of bullets? So many of y'all gonna run down and quickly get the mark when you run out of food, when your families are hungry. You ain't seen nothing yet. You think you're afraid now? Oh, you really about to be afraid. But it's not the hour that you should be afraid of. You should be afraid of your soul being eternally trapped in hell. You should be afraid of going to the gates and hearing the words from the Father, away from me, I never knew you. God said, if you're ashamed of me, I'm also going to be ashamed of you. So many of y'all, right now, you want to profess all day that you love God. But you do that in privately, behind closed doors. God forbid if you're ever brought before kings and kingdoms and your heads are held on guillotines, if you don't denounce the Father, Son. Y'all think you can hide now, but you're going to be held accountable for your actions because your words are going to have to claim God. If you deny the Father will also deny you. I see you. You ain't fooling nobody. You claim you love God, but you deny the powers thereof. Quit faking the funk. Those of us who are true soldiers on the front line, we truly love God. We truly have God's back. We don't care what people say about us. They can mock us all day because we know that we will be hated for the name of and for the sake of Christ. There's no shame in our life because our life is not our own. So many of y'all don't even realize that the graven images of our forefathers' time have become celebrities of our time, the idols that all of y'all are serving and worshiping. Those who want power over God Almighty. So much to where y'all are worshiping them. So much to where you give them more worship and more praise than you give the God the Father who holds the keys to the bottomless pit. I'm disgusted at my old ways. I wish I never knew that side of me. But at the same time, I'm glad that God has really showed me who I am. And I know that who the Father set free is free indeed. And when the devil reminds me of my past, I'm quickly to remind the devil of his future. Anyways, I had to just chime in for a minute and truly ask y'all, What did you contract with when it comes to your bloodline? Some of y'all signing y'all babies up for checks to go down and get shots and experiments on your children. For you to take the money to do what with now? It's interesting what we don't do, or what we would compromise ourselves to do, or what we would put ourselves in a position to do for the sake of desperosity. The hour is going to get even more desperate. You haven't seen nothing yet. Just wait till the people get hungry. Talk about the rage and the anger of the people when they hit the streets. What about the rage and the anger when the parents find out that their children have been pulled out of these schools and put on buses, military caravans, because the parents signed permission slips to give the schools permission to do such a thing, because you put your babies in their custody. A child screams trauma away from their mother because a child is never to be separated from the mother before the age of 9 years old. Ask any of our ancestors, ask any Dogon legacy of knowledge and tribal history. They will agree. That's why the babies cry when they're separated from their mother before the age of 9. We are to teach our children to build empires. We are to pass down generational wealth, generational knowledge, and the teaching of our forefathers, the teaching of our ancestors, but first to put God Almighty first, and to never turn their ways and their backs from God. And God will honor our family, and God will honor our bloodlines. But so many of you want to claim that you love God, but deny the power thereof. You're an embarrassment to the kingdom. You're an embarrassment to the hour. You're the very ones that are going to take the chip. You're the very ones that are going to receive the mark, because you're more afraid of their God than you're more afraid of God, who holds the keys to the bottomless pit. It's sad. It's really pathetic. You know, you had a lot of people that looked up to you. A lot of y'all do. A lot of y'all got fans out there. You don't even know that you have fans. People are counting on you to make the right decision. And you're teaching them to fear. To fear death. I remember my grandma used to say, if you don't stand for something, you're going to fall for anything. It looks like a whole lot of y'all falling for anything out there. This is the hour of great deception. This is the hour of the book of Revelations. This is the hour that the battle of Armageddon has been set. This is the hour that the second Exodus has already happened spiritually, and a lot of y'all missed it because you're too busy holding on to the world of wealth and your material gain and your circles and your portals of your families that are going to turn on you because you turned on your first contract, your first love with God Almighty. You deny God to this very second. Many of y'all out there think you hear from God. You want to hear from God, but you can't hear from God, so you run into the tarot cards and you're hearing from other gods because you deny the power of the God that reigns on the throne. You forgot about the God that reigns on the throne. Them other gods bow down to my God. Y'all don't know? Y'all gonna learn, because these incoming plagues, they get everybody's name on it. And we better hope that we're at one with the universe. We better hope that we are one with nature. We better hope that we are at peace. We better hope that we can face demons in the face of danger. We better hope that we cannot fear other galactic beings, because we're all going to be tested. We're being tested now. Some of y'all can't even face your own self in a mirror, let alone another entity. You don't even know that God has more power than anybody. Anybody that could ever walk the cosmos, but y'all deny the power of God Almighty. No wonder y'all are running down there lining up getting them jabs. I'm not judging you, I'm just saying. My God is still on the throne. Just in case y'all didn't know that. I'm here to remind you and let you know, oh yeah, I walk them gates. They know I walk them gates. That's why they make them videos about me and try to confuse y'all about me, because they know I know the truth. And they want to confuse y'all. Them videos for y'all, they not for me. They to make y'all think all other kind of things about who Nubian Divine is other than what it is. That God is trying to show you about your own gift and your own salvation and your own transformation and your own light within you to help you heal, to help you grow. Those are distractions. I know who I am. Greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world, and can't no devil stop my calling. And ain't nobody mad but the devil. Like my friends say, when you throw a rock into a pack of dogs, the one that barks the loudest and howls the loudest, that's the one that you hit. And obviously, some of my words must be hitting some of them pack of dogs out there, because we got some howlers, y'all. But is that going to stop me from stepping into my calling and standing on who it is that I know that I am? That was a good one. I told you ain't seen nothing yet. I ain't going nowhere. My Father in heaven has sent me. So who are you to try to turn me around? That was a good one. I just had to talk to some of my parents out there and just ask y'all a simple question. Did you read them contracts? It's deep. Everything's right about now about contracts and agreements. Y'all about to see some deepness and depthness when it comes to families choosing sides. Families being divided because did you take the jab or did you not take the jab? People going to be turning each other in for not taking the jab. Turning each other in for coughing, for smoking weed. And think they smoking or they may have COVID over there or something. Think something going on. Why? Because everybody lives so close together in the proximity of an apartment building. We were never meant to live that close together. Our forefathers were always spread out. But this is deep. The hour is very deep. And it's going to get even deeper because I told y'all that it was going to get cold before the summer was over. Y'all ain't seen no weather yet. After this here winter, I can assure you that the world that we have once known it to be will be no more. And none of us will ever be the same again. So if I were you right now, I would do everything in my power to just do right by everybody. To be as nice as to whoever you can while you can. To say your goodbyes, to say your hellos, to spend as much time with your loved ones as you can. Because I can assure you, after this September, and surely after this October, none of us are ever going to be the same again. In the meantime, in between time, I'm not here to scare you. I'm just here to prepare you. Because my Father has prepared this path for me to do so unapologetically. And I will walk in that anointing, and I will walk in that knowing without your permission, because I am Nubian Divine, and I'm one of God's elect. And I own it.